Welcome to The Explainer. Today we are cracking open something incredibly relatable. It's called the shared human catalog. We're diving straight into the hard data of human connection. We're going to trace our behaviors all the way from those universal midnight thoughts we all have in total isolation, right down to the tangible, brick-by-brick ways we actually build a life with a partner. So, let's just get right into it.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We'll start with universal habits and emotions, move into the digital and physical trade, and then zoom in on 1 day of intimacy, 1 week of connection, and finally, 1 month of building.
Section 1. Universal Habits and Emotions. The adorable things we all do but rarely admit.
Let's be real. The source data here holds a perfect mirror up to our collective confessions. I mean, we're talking about that classic 2 a.m. overthinking, falling into the just one more episode trap, doom scrolling in bed, or walking into a room and literally forgetting why you went in there. Oh, and let's not forget the heavy Sunday night dread. These aren't just you being weird. They are shared psychological baselines. We all experience these completely private micro-moments. And you know what? Recognizing them forms this invisible, comforting thread that connects every single one of us.
And speaking of things we all do, think about the little white lies and mundane texts we rely on every single day to just, navigate our social lives. I'm on my way. We have all sent that text while we are literally still at home looking for our shoes. But the data actually reveals deeper patterns here. It's the quick K text to signal we're annoyed or just relying entirely on memes because, well, words fail us. These digital habits are basically the slightly awkward, universal ways we all try to maintain social harmony.
Now, as relationships mature, our connections inevitably have to transition. Think about it. We start by bonding over abstract concepts, right? Shared trauma, the fear of growing old, or just a shared love for really good food. But eventually, those abstract bonds have to cross over into tangible reality. We shift into trading the literal currency of daily life. I'm talking M-Pesa loans, handing over the Wi-Fi passwords, and borrowing umbrellas.
Which brings us to Section 2, the digital and physical trade. Trading the tangible stuff. When you actually organize the absolute chaos of our daily trades, this fascinating taxonomy emerges. Our source neatly categorizes these exchanges into financial, digital, and physical buckets. So it's not just splitting bills or sending an M-Pesa or salary. It's sharing that sacred Netflix password, dropping memes into group chats, or physically handing over chargers, leftover food, and umbrellas. This right here is the transactional ecosystem of modern friendship.
And get this, our source uniquely zeroes in on exactly 100 of these specific, tangible items. 100! By putting the gooey feelings aside for a second, the data proves that human connection is actually incredibly practical. From sharing electricity tokens to handing over your house keys to a neighbor, these 100 items are quite literally the physical glue holding our everyday interactions together.
Section 3. 1 day of intimacy. 24 hours of shared life for a young couple.
Let's zoom in on a specific couple and look at how a single day relies on these beautiful, specific anchor points. You start the morning with coffee or tea in bed, move through the afternoon to sharing a single plate of food, which, by the way, is a massive psychological marker of intimacy, and you end the night just falling asleep together.
It's all about these tiny microtransactions of trust. Brushing your teeth side by side, taking goofy selfies, sharing earphones, laughing at the exact same joke, or even just charging your phones together from the same wall outlet. The data shows that these aren't just chores or random habits. They are the physical vocabulary of intimacy packed into just 24 hours.
Section 4. 1 week of connection. Expanding our shared world step by step. As we stretch this out over a 7-day period, you see that relationships require some heavy coordination. The timeline shifts. Suddenly, mundane chores like deep cleaning the house together midweek bond us just as much as grocery shopping on the weekend or heading out for a romantic Sunday getaway. It's this delicate balance, doing the work of living right alongside the romance of living.
And it's in these weekly routines that the foundation really solidifies. The catalog highlights these wonderfully specific, cultural, and personal moments. Things like cooking yamachoma together, deciding to buy matching clothes, or praying for each other. This is exactly where two individuals start to truly merge into a functional team.
Section 5. 1 month of building. Laying down the roots for the future. Now look at what happens over a full month. The stakes escalate significantly and incredibly fast. The shared catalog moves from simply paying rent together in week 1 to attending joint medical checkups in week 2. And by week 4, we are seeing major,
life-altering commitments, like actually buying a plot of land together. So, if we step back, this data reveals a crystal-clear escalation of trust. Step 1 is that daily intimacy, sharing a plate of food. Step 2 is weekly teamwork, like deep cleaning the house. And Step 3 is monthly commitment, opening that joint bank account. It totally proves that relationships aren't just built on those abstract feelings we started with. They are constructed, block by literal block, through what we are willing to physically share with someone over time. Which brings us to the big question. What does your shared catalog say about you? Seriously, take a look at your own daily life today. Who are you trusting with your Wi-Fi, your leftover food, your finances, and ultimately, your heart? Because at the end of the day, the things we trade are the true map of our human connections. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you in the next one.